if you leave it on the road by accident and it could go into like a lake or the ocean and an animal could swallow it and die.
Maybe the fish might think that is something to eat, a jellyfish. So they like go, ooh, food, yummy, and then they die.
So I actually grew up on the coast in Belgium in a family-owned hotel. So my room was number 15. I tried to juggle little jobs by taking up suitcases for customers. I was always in contact with customers and helped with the little things that I could do there. When I studied, I became a lifeguard because I so love the ocean. So I always loved to be outside and be around people, be in nature. I did actually a master's in psychology. So I started as a psychologist and then I did another one in coaching. My journey actually started with Gracie when Gracie was born. She was really sensitive, and like as a young new mom, you think it's all you, right? Like you go on these million diets, you think like, oh, I can't have dairy, or I can't eat this, so you do all these things. But anytime I would bath her or put anything on her, she would really break into a rash. And it's really the thing that I bath her with is the product actually that really clicked for me. I just took the packaging and I was like, oh, what actually could she react to maybe? And not being able to pronounce all the ingredients, not even understanding what's in it. I don't know, that really like lit a fire in my belly. I was like, hang on, what am I using? I actually have no idea, because you're a busy working person, you just trust marketing, which we learned is not the right thing to do, but I think I just relied on honesty of companies, honesty of ingredients that they list. So I started to research all the products that really have good ingredients in them and that are truly natural, because the issue is that words like natural or botanical or anything like that, they're not regulated at all. So any consumer, you just trust it, because what else can you do? And then I had one more thing that really bothered me, and it was like I had all these amazing, beautiful products, but they all came in plastic. And I thought like, oh, you know what, every time you toss it in your bin, and I thought like, oh, I'm recycling, but then you learn more and more about recycling, and you know, like that only 10% truly gets recycled of the plastic that I put in. And so I think that just was a whole effect, and that all led to me really researching products that were safe for her, in the end safe for us, and that also wouldn't harm the environment. When I had the idea, I thought like, oh, I'll just try a little pop-up store. I'll get like 10 brands in over Christmas. So when I launched the pop-up, I launched it in a quite busy area, and it just went so well for us. People would come in and they would say like, oh, the fact that it's Australian made is just the cherry on the pie. You know, like you get all that feedback and you're like, okay, hang on, you know, like that's really important to people. So we did the pop-up, and then I just decided to launch an online store after that. And it took us a few months to set up the online store and write descriptions. So many descriptions. Pictures, get the pictures, you know, like, and I hadn't run a business before. Like they always say your second business is so much easier, and I absolutely believe that. I think if I would start again now, oh, you do things so different, but it's part of the learning, it's part of the charm, even for me. I made so many mistakes, but you learn from it and you just try to do better and do it again and do it over. 8 billion people in the world, right? Like if we all use a plastic thing, we do, every single person can make a difference. And it's hard to know that because there's so much bad news out there. But just think about if what you change, if so many people change, or the effect that you have with this one change on your mom or your partner or even your kids, if they see that, and it just makes something, and it's a ripple effect that just starts to make people aware of anything different out there. So just start with something small, just something small, and give it a go. You'll like it.
Stop buying plastic, and then the shops will think that it's not selling well and stop selling it.
Don't use plastic.